You've heard of it. I've seen it. Is it as good as people say? Hell yeah, it is. Sinners, directed by Ryan Coogler, is the best movie to come out this year thus far. It is Ryan's first foray into the horror genre. Sinners is classified as a horror and adventure film, but it's so much more than that. Sinners single-handedly blends multiple genres of film and music in a cohesive way that leaves you in a complete and utter awe of how well it's been executed. Sinners follows two twins, both portrayed by Michael B. Jordan, who are trying to leave their troubled lives behind, returning to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is awaiting to welcome them back. If you haven't gotten a chance to see this film, I urge you to go see it in theaters. There are films that you just have to experience in a theater, and Sinners is one of those films. And if you can, try to see it in IMAX. I normally don't say this, but it most definitely is worth it to see it in a higher aspect ratio. It is clear as day that for Ryan Coogler's first original work, in the sense it is written and directed by him, that isn't attached to a true story like Fruitvale Station and or attached to an existing IP like his Creed films and or Black Panther as part of the MCU. Putting all his blood, sweat and tears into creating this film, the film has a budget of about $90 million, and you can see as the viewer that Ryan Coogler and the team behind the film put all the money to good use. And it shows, as this film is filled from the top to bottom with incredible production value. Amazing attention to detail for the period it is in, that being 1932 Mississippi. The costumes, the sets, vehicles, and props all feel as though they were taken straight out of that time. This film respects the budget that it has. Each frame is filled with background actors, giving the film more of a lived-in experience. Sinners is more than just a film. It is an experience, and an experience everyone should see with their own eyes, hear with their ears, and feel with their spirit and heart. Ryan Coogler single-handedly created a vampire film that leaves the viewer satisfied and in complete disbelief. Anything you'd want the film to have happen happens. Any twists and turns that you want to happen happens. It's as if Ryan Coogler anticipated what the audience wants and delivers it tenfold. The cast of Sinners is stacked with amazing performances from everyone involved, but some standouts include Michael B. Jordan in his dual role of twins Smoke and Stack, which makes you firmly believe he is, in real life, part of a set of twins performing, whereas in actuality, he is just one man who somehow embodies the mannerisms, speech, and body language of two completely different people. Then we have Haley Steinfeld, who has a very alluring presence throughout the film, and you firmly believe she is a white passing girl from 1932 Mississippi named Mary. The villain Ramek, an Irish vampire played by Jack O'Connell, is portrayed as this tragic and yet evil force who simply wants a sense of communion. Then we have the main character that we follow throughout the film. You'd think by watching the trailers and seeing the posters that the main character is Michael B. Jordan, but it's the character of Sammy, a preacher boy, who has an amazing voice for singing that his father says will bring more harm than good. And Sammy is excellently portrayed by a newcomer, Mel's Cadden, which Sinners is his first major acting credit, only having prior experience acting in a school play and a short film. The central themes of the movie is something everyone can relate to, and Ryan Coogler in this film decided to drench it in metaphor. He could have gone on the lazy route and have the white vampire be an allegory for racism, but instead he said so himself that he wasn't interested, and instead opted to show how both vampires and the African American community endured abuse and decades of oppression by white culture. The movie is about how the spaces of safety for Black people and the communities that they are a part of are threatened and corrupted by external forces. Even the trope of vampires needing to be invited is utilized in a way that it acts as a central theme in film, and it creates tension throughout it. One of the more standout aspects of the film is the music. Coogler's frequent collaborator Ludwig Göransson worked on the soundtrack for the film. The music in the film draws inspiration from blues music. The soundtrack features an array of blues musicians alongside the cast members of the film. The first half of the film is strictly emotional Southern blues music played on violins, banjos, and acoustic guitars. Whereas from the second half, it is integrating electric guitars, synths, and heavy metal motifs. The best songs are the ones that combine both genres into one, signifying how everyone is connected, which feeds into one of the more central themes of the film. Music is half of the recipe for why this movie is such an ethereal experience, making it as good as it is. There is this one particular scene in the middle of the movie where it is a wonder, where the music and cinematography just elevates everything on screen. It left me shocked at just how great this scene is. My mouth was dropped to the ground. I audibly gasped watching it unfold. This scene was transcendent both in terms of how it was filmed as well as for the music track that was used. It evokes spiritualism within the film, and for me at least, it was spiritual outside of the film. That scene altered my brain chemistry and was the reason why it made me love the film even more than I had. It made me realize why I love movies. It's moments like these that are unique, when a director takes a new approach to something and delivers on it execution-wise, and becomes a transformative experience. and that is something that I missed when it comes to watching movies, with Hollywood churning out thousands of hours and millions of dollars in creating movies for already established IPs. But when it comes to film, it's the movies that are original that are the ones that love to experiment, and it's those type of films that have a transformative experience for the viewer, and also a transformative experience for the cast and crew on the film. If I were to rate the film, it would be a 9 out of 10, an almost perfect film. My only issue is I wish we got a little more in terms of backstory for the main villain, Ramek. Other than that, Sinners is to me a near perfect film. And so if you are on the fence when it comes to watching this film, I urge you to check it out. You will not regret it. If you liked what you saw and you wish to see more, feel free to subscribe, and if you've seen the film, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thank you.